Today we are going to discuss the poem Ants at the Olympics. It is a very short and simple poem. So let's begin the poem Ants at the Olympics. At last year's Jungle Olympics, the ants were completely outclassed. In fact, from an entry of 62 teams, the ants came the usual last. So this poem is about the Jungle Olympics. And who is participating in the Jungle Olympics? Ants are participating in the Jungle Olympics. And there were a total of 62 teams. 62 teams Jungle Olympicsൽ participate ചെയ്തു. അതിൽ അവസാനം വന്ന ആരാണ്? It was the ants. They didn't win one single medal. Not that that's a surprise. So the ants did not even win one medal, and that was not surprising. Why? Because the ants are very small compared to the other animals. The reason was not lack of trying, but more their unfortunate size. It is because of their small size that the ants could not win. While the cheetahs won most of the sprinting and the hippos won putting the shot, the ants tried sprinting but couldn't, and tried to put but could not. So who won the sprinting competition? Sprinting is running very fastly. വളരെ വേഗത്തിൽ ഓടുക. Cheetahs won the sprinting competition because cheetahs are the fastest animals on the planet. And the hippos won putting the shot. Putting the shot is shot put. Who won the shot put competition? Hippos won the shot put competition. Ants tried both of these events but they failed. Now look at the questions. What do you think the poem is about? This poem is about persistence and not giving up in the face of adversities. What is important in sports as well as in life is not winning but participation. That is what the ants are doing. അവർ ജയിക്കുന്നില്ലെങ്കിലും they keep on participating. They keep on performing. They keep on giving their best. So that is what the poem is about. It's about persistence. And the ants came the usual last. What could be the reason? It is because of their unfortunate size, because of their small size. It is hard for them to compete with the bigger animals. Will it be a surprise if ants won medals? Yes, because the other animals are considerably bigger, considerably stronger and faster than them. Do you think that it's their unfortunate size that really matters? Their size doesn't matter because they are still willing to work hard and perform to the best of their abilities. They possess sportsman spirit, and that is what really matters. Sportsmanship is what really matters. It was sad for the ants because they are sloggers. They turn out for every event. A slogger is a slow worker, a person who works in a slow, heavy pace. വളരെ പതുക്കെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾ. So it was sad for the ants because they are sloggers. They turn out for every event. They turn out, they show up for every event. They take part in every event. With their shorts and their bright orange t-shirts, their athletes are proud they are sent. They came last at the high jump and hurdles. Hurdles are obstacles, which they say they won, but they fell. They came last in the 400 meters and last in the swimming as well. So they participate in every event. They wear colorful t-shirts and they are very proud to participate in these events. But they come last in every event. They come last in high jump, in hurdles, in the 400 meters running, in swimming, in everything, they come last. They came last in the long distance running. Though they say they might have come first. They say they might have come first, but they came last in running as well. Long distance running as well. And they might if the other 61 teams hadn't put in a finishing burst. If the other 61 teams didn't come before them, they might have won. അവരുടെ മുമ്പിൽ ആരുണ്ടായിരുന്നു? 61 ടീംസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. So that is why they came last. So here the point is that even if they come last for every event, they keep on participating, they keep on trying. But each year they turn up regardless. Turn up means show up, arrive. But each year they turn up regardless. They're popular in the parade. The other teams whistle and cheer them, aware of the journey they have made. So turn up means arrive or show up. Other teams cheer for the ants because they're aware of the ants' hard work. They're aware of the journey the ants have made. ആൻസിൻ്റെ ഹാർഡ് വർക്കിനെ പറ്റി മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത് കൊണ്ടാണ് മറ്റ് ടീംസ് അവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി കൈയടിക്കുന്നത്. For the Jungle Olympics in August, they have to set off New Year's Day. They didn't arrive the year before last. They set off but went the wrong way. So, ഓഗസ്റ്റിൽ നടക്കുന്ന ഒളിമ്പിക്സിന് എത്തണമെങ്കിൽ they have to start on January 1st. Because they have to travel a long way. See, in order to participate in the Jungle Olympics held in August, they have to begin traveling on New Year's Day. So what happened the year before last? They couldn't get to the Olympic venue because they went the wrong way. Why couldn't ants participate in the last Olympics? They set off for the Olympic venue but went the wrong way. അവർക്ക് വഴി തെറ്റിപ്പോയതുകൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് വരാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. What does set off mean? Set off means to begin a journey, to start out. So long as they try, there's a reason. After all, it's only a sport. They'll be back next year to bring up the rear. And that's an encouraging thought. So what matters is that they keep on performing, they keep on trying their best. And that is an encouraging thought. What are the sporting events mentioned in the poem? Sprinting, that is running very fastly, shot put, hurdles, long distance running, swimming, high jump, etc. mentioned in the poem. So let's take a look at these two statements. The first one is, the essential thing in life is not conquering but fighting well. What does this mean? So take a look at the Olympic athletes. They try hard with every fiber in their body and soul to accomplish something, accomplish their goal. And this inspires us to do our best as well. So what is important is to try hard in order to accomplish something. Finding something you love and doing it well is more important than attaining success. That is what this statement means. It is important to find your passion, to find something that you absolutely love, and then you work hard for it. That is more important than attaining success. So work towards your goal. Keep on working towards your goal. That is more important than attaining the goal itself. The next statement is, attitude counts a lot. What do you mean by attitude? An attitude is your outlook or your approach to life. നിങ്ങളുടെ കാഴ്ചപ്പാട്, നിങ്ങളുടെ approach to lifeനെയാണ് attitude എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Someone's attitude affects how you see them, how you perceive them. Your attitude determines your success. Why does your attitude determine your success? Because a person with a positive, helpful attitude pursues every opportunity and hence attains success in life. If you have a positive attitude, you will pursue every opportunity. You will make use of every opportunity that comes in your way. A pessimistic and self-defeating attitude stops one from pursuing the opportunities in front of them. If you have a pessimism is the opposite of optimism. If you have a pessimistic and self-defeating attitude, you will not pursue your opportunities. That means you will not attain success. So that is why we say attitude counts a lot. So try to answer these questions in full sentences. What is the author of this poem suggest about the ants? The author suggests that the ants are persistent and hardworking. When do the ants have to set off for the Jump Olympics in August? The ants have to set off on New Year's Eve. How many teams participated in the Jungle Olympics? 62 teams participated in the Jungle Olympics. 62 teams participated in the Jungle Olympics. In what position did the ants finish in the long distance running? The ants finished 62nd in the long distance running. Ants finished 62nd in the long distance running. What is the reason that the ants do not win a single medal? The ants do not win a single medal. The ants do not win even a single medal because of their unfortunate size. Because of their unfortunate size. What is the encouraging note on which the poet ends the poem? The poet says that the ants' perseverance and hard work are an inspiration to all of us. That is what he says at the end of the poem. This conversation is about how to agree and disagree. So how do you agree with a person politely? How do you disagree with a person politely? അത് പഠിക്കാനാണ് ഈ conversation തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. So it's a conversation between Sachu, an ardent cricket lover, and his best friend Ryan, who is a football fan. Sachu says, Ryan, don't you think it's great that cricket is the most popular game in the world? So Sachu states an opinion. Now Ryan is going to disagree with that opinion. How do you disagree? I think you might be wrong there, Sachu. You do not say, you're wrong, Sachu. Instead, you say, I think you might be wrong there, Sachu. That is much more polite. Football holds the first position when it comes to popularity. It is the global sport. So when you disagree, you have to give a reason. What is the reason? Football holds the first position. That's the reason. Sachu, I can't agree with you. Again, disagreeing. I can't agree with you. Ryan, in my opinion, cricket is a very complicated sport while football is very simple. Sachu, I agree that cricket is difficult to understand, but it requires so much of consideration and patience. So I agree, but I have another opinion. Ryan, you're only partially right. Again, this is another way of disagreeing. You're right, but you're only partially right. But football is a game that requires equal skills and more than everything, coordination. Sachu, maybe. Maybe എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ it is neither agreeing nor disagreeing. Ryan, however, cricket takes almost a day to finish, while football is an intense game of 90 minutes, packed with sheer thrill. That's his argument. Sachu, I think our perspectives differ there. So again, another way of saying I disagree with you. I think our perspectives, our outlooks, our viewpoints differ there. നമ്മളുടെ കാഴ്ചപ്പാട് ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആണ്. Though the time element is there, those who love cricket feel the same thrill and excitement. So why are you disagreeing? You have to give a reason. Ryan, you got a good point there, but നിങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞത് ശരിയാണ് പക്ഷേ. So again another way of disagreeing. These are all ways of disagreeing politely. You got a good point there, but you have to agree that there are pauses in cricket where there is no action, while in football there are hardly any stoppages and it involves more stamina and speed. So you got a good point, but I disagree because give a reason. This is very important. When you say no or when you disagree with a person, always give a reason. Sachu, I think every sport brings the best out of the individual and is to be respected equally. There is no point comparing different sports events or sportsmen. So finally they come to an agreement. They resolve their difference of opinion. Ryan, absolutely Sachu. Absolutely is a way of agreeing. Absolutely Sachu. Certainly Sachu. Of course. These are all ways of agreeing. Absolutely, certainly, of course, I agree with you. There you are. Now this is your homework. Write a conversation about either of these topics. രണ്ട് topics ഉണ്ട്. അതിൽ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കിനെ പറ്റി ഒരു conversation എഴുതുക. You have to write an entire conversation. So conversation എഴുതുമ്പോൾ one person has to agree, the other person has to disagree. First one, we must have an hour of sports every day. Why do you agree? Why do you disagree? One person should agree, one person should disagree. So person A should agree, person B should disagree. That is how you should write this conversation. The second topic, healthy eating and healthy living. One person should agree, one person should disagree. That is all for today's class. Thank you. Remember, everybody has to do the homework.